Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kid on Fetvlogs. So, I would like to have a conversation about what the title says. The industry standard. We will be talking about the sex industry. And this is all stemming from some nonsense that happened in the community, and I really needed to have this conversation. Right? So let's talk. Let's have a discussion. So recently, there was a sex worker who decided that she didn't want her content to be used anymore. She appeared in like two videos that another sex worker had, 2 or 3 videos that another sex worker had did, and she was asking that sex worker to take them down. Now, when she asked for that to happen, now the person that was selling her videos said, "Well, you signed a contract." Now, mind you, the two of these people are friends, but friendship just went out the window when it came to this. And I made a comment about this. You guys can find my comment online. You guys will know what the drama is. We're just recapping. The person that was selling the content immediately used the contract and said, "Hey, you signed a contract. You can't revoke consent." And some of the people, because people on the T-board are fucking idiots, did not read said contract. They just reposted and said, see, she signed a contract, so she has to abide by it. She can't revoke her consent. So I was like, let me take a look at this contract. So I did. Section A or Section B that covers that talks about when the videos are made, because those are the most important parts, are not marked, first off. Second, the contract clearly states that it's things that are photographed, recorded, or videotaped after the signing of this contract. So what? From the time of the signing of this contract. So it means from the date that was signed on, it's the content that's covered. It's not covering content prior. There would have to be wording in the contract for that. I know this because I worked in a law firm and I worked in contracts for years. I know for a fact of what the fuck the contract has to say. Now, the non-revocable consent does not go for past content. It is referring to the content that is being referred into the contract. It is not referring to previous content. The contract is quite literal. The girl is she gets really pissy at me because I posted this online and blocks me. That's fine. That's irrelevant. But, the person that was trying to get her, that was revoking her consent was like explaining like, "Hey, I just want to have my consent revoked. I just want to revoke my consent on these videos. I'm revoking my consent so that she has to take these videos down. I don't want these videos up anymore." Okay. That's fine. The whole revoking of consent is based on a retirement clause. It's for sex workers that when they are deciding to retire and going to do something else, they're able to go and do something else. That they can ask the people to take down their content, and thus they can get a brand new start. Now, people already bought the content or already saw it, so it should be fine. But after those cases, there's nothing else. Like, there's not anything that you can really do like to really stop her, because like if she's revoking the consent, it's because she wants to retire. But like, again, like, people have the videos out there, but she doesn't want it continuously being sold. That makes sense. Said revoking of here's the thing. There are sex workers out there that are saying that, "Oh, well, you signed a contract," but if the contract doesn't actually fucking cover that, then it's a null and void contract then. But a contract is a contract. That's not how the fuck that works. That's not how that works. Section A or B were not fucking filled in, so what was agreed to? And because of that, you can't just revoke blanket consent like that. like, unless the contract says so, and that's not what it does. It is referring to the tapes and videos that are made after that particular date. So why the fuck are we having this conversation? So I do believe that some of the videos came down off of some of the websites, but the person is being an ass about like some of like the other content, I think. I don't know. Again, it's semantics. I'm talking about the talking points right now. What irritates me is that the sex workers that were all over there screaming about sex workers' rights and how we need rights and for sex workers are the ones that are saying that the revoking of consent should not be allowed. What? These are the same people that said that it should. But they only give a fuck when it involves their friends and their money. So now all of a sudden that we should not care. One person said something that really pissed me off. One content creator jumped up and said, "This is why I don't like working with men. Men are always revoking their consent from me and having me to take it down. If you are already saying that you want to be a sex worker, you should be agreeing to that and you should abide by it. You shouldn't be revoking consent, but I take it down because I'm a nice person." Ooh, that came off bad. That came off bad. Okay, so I have a couple of things here. What the fuck does men have to do with this? Women revoke consent just as much as men do. The fuck? And okay. Let's have a bit of a conversation about what was just said there. Okay? About how revoke of consent should not be used. All right. A lot of sex workers live in red states, right? Didn't America just vote a tyrant in recently, and there was a whole misspelled document called Project 2025, and I think on page 75 of Project 2025, you don't have to, I might be wrong on what page it's on, but I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, if you download the document, you can just do Control F, because this is how I found it. I Controlled F and found the portion that talks about sex workers. And it clearly said how they wish that they could put sex workers in jail. Oh, wait, didn't Texas just pass a law where they are talking about jailing sex workers? Wasn't that a whole thing that they were just trying to pass? Oh, but revoking of consent and having the content taken down is an issue? Wouldn't that put them in danger? Oh, but you don't care because you don't live in that state, right? Huh. So the protections of sex workers, when you say that, you mean protection of you, not of everyone else. So it's rights for me and not for thee. Got you. I hope no one ever fucking works for you, ever, in their entire fucking lives. If that is your fucking take, honey, you are in the wrong industry. Holy shit. By the way, what the fuck do men have to do with this? I don't understand. Like there was nothing that popped up there that actually had anything to do with men other than a group of men asked you to take down, like 5 guys had asked you to take down their consent. I'm not even sure if I actually believe that story or if that was just thrown out there just so that they could immediately just put their boot on the back of men's necks. Like, sexism is something that has been real strong in the sex industry for years, where every fucking problem that comes out is a man's issue. It's obviously the men that do this. But what about the studios and industry and partner and like models that are women that actually do the exact same thing? And when they abuse fucking people, what happens then? Like nothing is absolute. So how the fuck did we get to this absolute idea that everybody that is a part of X, A, B, or C is automatically a part of the problem? That seems awfully suspicious. I'm just saying, like, I don't know how the fuck we got here on that. And it irritates me because do you know how many times I've actually heard fucking people in the industry fucking just immediately say that, oh, this is why I don't work with men, and I don't want to hire men, and this is why I don't pay men, or I don't do this, or I don't do that, and then throw men in there, or men are the reason why everything is bad, when, yes, there are men in the industry that actually do take advantage of everybody that they can, right? But guess what? There are also women that do it. And it's kind of funny because the ones that are complaining right the fuck now are the women that do it. Now, mind you, these are the same fucking people who a couple of years ago clearly stated about how the rules and how the industry standards are there to put their fucking foot on the back of men and women's necks, right? On the back of fucking sex workers' necks. And then all of a fucking sudden, now that it involves their fucking money, now all of a sudden they believe in the industry standard. Okay, let's have a conversation about the industry standard, right? Where sexism fucking reigns fucking supreme. Where legitimately, in some cases, men are paid ridiculous amounts of money and women are not, and then vice versa. It is uneven and the sexism is on both sides. Here's another fucking point, right? The sex industry also does a whole bunch of extra shit that is really ridiculous. Where they'll say that, oh, well, we'll pay men in sex because that's all they need anyway. Well, what? No, not everybody joined there to do that. Like, why the fuck would you believe that? You didn't join the fucking sex industry for that. So why the fuck are you applying that to men? Why is it that all men are obviously sex addicts, and that's why they're doing what they're doing, and why they are trying to get into the industry because they just want to have sex? Excuse me? Okay. So sexism is perfectly okay whenever we are talking about something that is obviously about rights, because you know, sexism is the reason why rights shouldn't exist. The fuck? Let's talk about the industry standard on racism, because did you know that the porn industry is like one of the most racist industries in the fucking world? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a series of questions and you give me the fucking answers, right? First question. What is porn that involves black people? Ebony. Black. The porn industry still uses the term ebony, for fuck's sake, to describe a black person. Are you serious? Latino, Latina, Latinx. Why are we Hispanic? Spanish. Throw that all in there as subcategories for someone who is not white. Let's keep going, right? Indian, Arab, and in some cases they use the term Arab. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? What was the other ones? Let's keep going. Let's keep going because we want to make sure we cover everybody. We don't want to leave anybody out. Indian, Native American in some cases. And in that case, they also throw in Indian. Do you understand Asian? Do you understand how fucking terrible this is? Do you not understand it? And those categories don't exist for white people. Oh, fuck no. They only exist for people of color in the sex industry. We are put into a subcategory, right, to exist in the sex industry, while all the other people get categorized as what? Let me ask you a question. What is porn with a white person? What is that called? Porn. What is it called when a black person is doing porn with a white person? Interracial. Big black cock. The fuck? You see, do you see what I'm saying here? They market off of us. and then put us into subcategories so our shit doesn't pop up as much as their shit does. That's the industry fucking standard. So please, by all means, go out there and lecture me about how I don't know how the fucking industry works. Go ahead. Tell me. Because usually the people that fucking say that are white and are benefiting from the fucking industry standard. Tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Please, by all means. Go fuck yourself. Now, there is no subcategory for white models in the industry. They're just there. On porn sites, when you look up different categories, even ABDL or stuff like that, guess what you find? Guess what you get? Huh? Every white model in the goddamn community. Every white model. They will pop up first. And fuck, they will pop up with videos from 20 years ago before they show one content with a black person. Don't worry, that type of content is on page 3. You know, the pages that we have to go down some videos before we get there. There have been black people that have been in the fucking industry, that have worked in ABDL, that have done other type of work. And guess what? You don't fucking see them. You don't see them. You don't see them. And they make sure that our shit is buried. They make sure that you can't find your shit unless you go over there and start looking up ebony. And then guess what? Then that category gets a little bit crazy, doesn't it? And because that everybody is all there at once, guess what? The most popular ones float to the top. Where are all the ones that are not as popular? At the bottom, in the back pages, page 10, page 15, page 25, page 45, page 109. But you want to know something? They don't have that type of fucking problem when you talk about, when you do, whites in the industry. You can find them by name. You can find some black models by name too. But guess what? The whole exposure thing is for you to be able to find their content regardless of the fact. And guess what? When they're classified as black people, or classified as ebony, classified as Hispanic, classified as Latina, Latino, or any other fucking case, it makes it hard. By the way, since we're talking about fucking prejudice, right? And derogatory terms that are used for fucking people of color and shit like that, let's bring up the people that they don't like. Gays. What are the terms that they use for porn videos? Starts with a F, ends with a T? What about trans? Starts with a T, ends with a Y? But we're having a conversation about the industry standard, right? About the industry standard. Don't patronize me with your conversation of the fucking industry standard, especially when it has put gay and people of color and gay people of color under the boots of the whites that control the sites. Do not come to me and fucking tell me about fucking industry standards. Especially when you're the asshole that is fucking benefiting from that shit. Go ahead. Tell me about the industry standard, motherfucker. It is one of the most racist industries out there. And you have the audacity to tell someone about the industry standard. Oh, so the industry standard is only a fucking problem when it affects you. But when it affects everybody else, that's my money you're fucking with. I don't care. Fuck you, bye. Is that how it's supposed to fucking work? You come out here, you're an activist and everything. About, I'm pro-sex work. Down with SESTA. Down with FOSTA. But the moment that it has something to deal with a person of color, whoa. You can't get too far on that. Yeah, sorry, we're not trying to make black people or people of color, anything other than, tokens. But thank you for fighting for the rest of us having, the rest of us being able to be prejudiced against you. This is to my people of color that are sex workers out there. Pay attention to this shit. Pay attention to all the motherfuckers that will go out here and use you as a fucking scapegoat. They'll come out here, use you as a scapegoat, and then fucking immediately right after, toss your ass to the fucking curb. You do not mean as much as you think that you do. And they don't see you as meaning as much as you think they do. They do not mean they do not think of you meaning as much as you think they do. And I'm trying to explain to you, they, no matter what, will always take advantage of you to benefit themselves. The moment that someone talks about rights, they immediately get cold fucking feet. Let me tell you a little bit something about me, right? I want to point something out. Some of you are going to be like, whoa, you're just mad because your content isn't getting put. I don't give a fuck about my content. My content is out there because I enjoy doing it. It's a hobby for me, and I make a little bit of money on the side. I make enough money to buy groceries like once every 4 fucking months. That's fine. Or to buy myself a video game once every 4 fucking months. Or maybe it'll cover the cost of diapers or something. I could do a shit more content, but I am busy. It doesn't matter to me. And when I fight for something, I'm not fighting for myself only. Unlike the assholes that fucking claim the shit that they do, the ones that only give a damn about the rights when it's benefiting them. Yeah, let me tell you something about that. When I fight for something today, tomorrow, the day after. My views on it do not change. I am not someone who just changes on the whim of on the wind. I don't change my views based on the whim of my wallet. Fuck you. Here's the things that another thing that I would like to point out, right? Is that there was a case in which a sex worker actually raised her fucking wages. And guess what? The industry attacked her too. Like, these same individuals fucking attacked her on that. She raised her asking prices for modeling, right? And the first words out of someone's mouth, a person who has never even asked her to work for them, was like, oh, how is anyone going to afford this? This is ridiculous. I could go to this fucking model and she's well known and she doesn't charge that much. And how fucking dare you think that you're above these people? Again, right? Again. But the fucking moment that something happens with that fucking shit, what do they fucking do? What do they do? The first words out of their goddamn mouth is, why don't sex workers have rights? Sex workers should have rights. Ironic. It's so stupid. It is so fucking stupid. I am so tired of this shit, man. Like, these people do not give a flying fuck about anybody else other than them fucking selves. And I really want sex workers to pay attention to this shit. Not every fucking sex worker is like this. Oh no, some of them actually believe in the cause. Look at the ones that fucking stood up and fucking said something. Right? Look at the ones that actually defended the revoking of consent. Consent is consent. There was a bunch of fucking people that were fucking doing it. But the ones that were actually against it, those are the same assholes that would fucking go out there, do the same. Oh, wait, one of them actually did? What was that? Oh, she revoked her consent on 20 videos? Oh, then was she fighting for? Oh no, she was on the side of no revoking of consent? Ah, got you. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. It's so fucking ridiculous. Oh my God. I cannot fucking stand people like this. I can't. It It is fucking baffling to me that people will fucking only stand for something as long as it affects their fucking pocket. Wow. Yo, like, that is fucking crazy, man. That is fucking nuts. And it's just amazing to me because they only give a damn about rights when it involves them. If it involves anybody else, fuck them. No, shit, that's my money. The fuck? Wow. Anyway. I have a conversation I would like to have with sex workers of color. Please listen to the next episode, the next segment. The next segment will be up pretty much in probably a day or two. I've split the episodes up into segments, so this makes it easier to consume. But anyway, yeah, we'll talk later on some more shit. See you in the next segment.